As part of my project for educational technology course this semester, I would be creating training content to learn Docker for Java developers using Apache Juno microservices. I will be creating content using Microsoft PowerPoint and record video explanations using the same technique. And finally, I will be uploading the content to YouTube. So far, I have been following the task plan outlined in my proposal and created PowerPoint content up until the intermediate milestone 1. So I have created content from this point up until this point according to my proposal. Yeah, so far I've created the slides for the following topics as I'm showing on the screen. So the first slide is going to be the course overview, which gives a high level outline of the entire course and how the course is organized. So the first part of the course will focus on the Docker. The second part will focus on the Apache Juno microservices. And finally, the lecture will explore details on how to integrate an actual Apache Juno microservices service inside a Docker container. So this slide explains the prerequisites that are needed. A couple of months of software engineering experience would be good to have. Java knowledge is needed. Basic microservices knowledge would be needed, and knowledge of basic cloud terminology would be nice to have. So this slide talks about what is Docker in general, a high level overview, and why it has been created and what are its advantages. This slide explains the Docker architecture. Although this slide has an image, my voiceover in the background in the actual lecture video would explain what each of these parts actually mean and how they are integrated with each other. And this slide explains some of the important Docker concepts such as registry, tag, image, and container. And any person who claims himself to be a Docker expert has to know about these terminologies. This slide talks about how to install a Docker on a Windows machine. Um, it can be installed on Linux and Unix machines also, but I've focused on installing on Windows machines. It's most widely used. And during the actual lecture video, I would also be showing a live demo on how this has to be done. This slide shows some of the commonly used Docker commands. We would actually be using these commands uh, practically when we try to create a microservice and integrate it with the Docker container. And this slide shows a basic Hello World example. The Hello World Docker image is something that is already there in the Docker Hub repository. The example just downloads the image and runs the container in the local machine. So it also explains how to look at the list of images available in the local machine, and I will also be sharing set of additional commands. So uh, things have been going as per the plan so far, and I see no problems. After this, I intend to continue to follow the task plan mentioned in the project proposal. So I will start working on the second part, which will focus on the Apache Juno microservices now. Towards the end, I would also add audio to the created slides in which I would be explaining each and every topic in each and every slide in more detail. There will also be some fine tuning towards the end of the course to kind of prune the final content before publishing it into YouTube to incorporate any final feedback or any final refinements. So that's my progress so far. Thank you.